Hi and welcome to episode 2, working with leads, contacts and accounts. The first thing I'm going to do is actually define what are leads, contacts and accounts. In CRM, leads are effectively a prospect or an unqualified contact. Contacts are the staff within the company and accounts are the actual company themselves. So let's have a look where we would find leads, contacts and accounts. For contacts and accounts, you'll see them in 4 of the main menu items: workplace, sales, marketing and service. Leads are only in sales and marketing. Now the best way to actually enter in an account or a contact is actually through leads first. To do that, you just click on new, you type in the topic, then their details, and then you can put in further information obviously. Note the red asterisk means it's a required field and the blue is a recommended field. Once we've actually got all the information, and you can put as much information in as you want, obviously general details, address details and further details you can have a look through later on yourself, but there's lots of stuff that you can put in there. Once we do that, we actually press save and then we hit the qualify button up here. This will pop up another window which allows you to actually convert them into an account, a contact and an opportunity if so required, and you can even open up those newly created records. Just click OK, and now what you'll have is a newly created account and contact, as opposed to doing it through accounts or contacts, because when you actually do it through there, it only comes up as just one or the other, and I'll explain that in a minute. And here we have it, ABC Company. As we click through ABC Company, you'll see all the information that I put in there, John Smith, and had I put in all the other information, this would have actually saved it all in here. Now had I done that the other way, in terms of creating a new account or a new contact, let's do one for an example, it wouldn't have actually copied across the whole information, which is a bit strange for me, but I'm just telling you the best way to actually do it. So let's just do this. We'll just create a test account, email we don't need to have. We'll say the primary contact is, to create a new primary contact, so we'll just say test again for now. So test and test, we'll close that. Press OK, save and close. And now when I go and find the test company that I just created, so we'll just go into here, test, and there is test that I put in, first name, last name, but you'll notice it's actually not associated with the parent customer, which was test in that example, and that's why I actually go through leads. So now I want to cover off some basic features within accounts and contacts. Let's have a look at search as we did before. You can just go into the search field here in the top right hand side and type in a search criteria. In this case it's Joe. We've got a couple of Joes. If I want to do an email address, I can also put in an email address and I'll find that contact. I can't, however, find, as an example, a city or the parent customer. But what I can do is click on filters, and you'll notice these little drop down arrows, and click on one of these drop down arrows and say, well, let's sort from A to Z, and I might be able to find what I want here. Let's say Chicago. I may also be able to find, using the custom filter, I like to use contains because that gives me all the options, and let's just type in a word, or a city I should say, click in Dallas, and now we find all the contacts within Dallas. So let's click in one of these contacts. Now if I wanted to scroll through each of these accounts without having to close, save and close like the last version, all I've got to do is click on these drop down arrows here, and that'll take me to the next record, which is really good. Another great feature is the merge facility. So we'll go back to all the active contacts and we'll look for an account which has similar details. Now, I did this before, so we've got 2 named Frank Lee, both misspelled. So we tick both Frank Lees, but if you notice they're from the same company and the same details, so clearly one of them is a mistake. So click on merge, and this presents 2 records for us to look at, and we can actually determine which is the correct details. Do I want to have, you know, Lee spelled double E or L-E-I-G-H? In this case I want to have Lee, but I've actually got here a mobile number which I want to carry over. So I can actually look at both the details and actually pick which information I want. Scroll down, and then once I'm happy with all those details, I click OK, and that'll be merged to just one contact. So you don't have duplicate information. It's very good. Another great feature is the ability to assign ownership to another person within the company. You may have the situation where an account manager leaves. Let's just sort this. And we want to actually transfer all of Frank Hill's accounts into another person. So we just click on the accounts that Frank actually has, and we click the assign button over here, and we can assign that to another person within the company. So let's say Adam Barr. Press OK, and all of those contacts have now been assigned to Adam Barr. So let's now take a look inside a contact form. Let's click on Mary Kate, and what we'll see is all the general information, her name, her details, address, etc. There's a description which you can add. You may find a description in terms of where she's actually located or what she does. Professional information, she's in the HR, she is an influencer. There's some personal information you can add, any activities that she's actually done with the company in the past, whether they be training courses or marketing initiatives. That's all the administration component, billing information, contact methods, and this is a great little thing here where you can actually choose to allow or do not allow various types of activities such as emails or bulk emails when you're actually doing our mass marketing. And you know when they actually would prefer to be contacted, Tuesdays, mornings, what is their preferred service. And you'll also note here on the left hand side at the top there, you can actually do some quick links straight through to those components. We'll also have a look at the left hand side. There are options to put in further address details or activities, any closed activities that have occurred, some sub-contacts, relationships, connections, audit histories, any opportunities such as any sales opportunities, any quotes that you've forwarded to them in the past, or orders or invoices that you've actually received in the past, cases, particular contracts that you may have with that particular contact. Marketing lists, you'll actually see whether they're actually assigned to any particular marketing lists, any campaigns that they've actually received in the past as well. And then down here we have workflows and dialogues, which we'll cover off in a later episode. Whilst we're also in contact, let's have a look at the ribbon menu. So we've got save, save and close, deactivate. If you're going to get rid of an account or a contact, you're better off deactivating it. Don't delete it, because if you delete it, it's gone for good. If it's deactivated, you can always reactivate them. Add to marketing lists, so you may actually want to actually add Mary Kate to some kind of marketing initiative. You just click on that button, you choose the various types of marketing activities that you've got there, such as sales and marketing, and that adds that to her marketing list. You can connect to different people, as I showed you before, or assign. You can share these contacts with other people. You can copy and email links. You can run workflows. Now that would depend on your company in terms of what workflows they want. You can start a dialogue session with them, which is great, which we'll cover off later on in another episode. And you can run reports on Mary Kate as well. If you go into the add section, when you're actually calling somebody and you actually want to add notes to it, you will click on this button, add, and then on a phone call, and then you'll add the details to that phone call. And obviously you can do the same thing in terms of notes, tasks, emails, faxes, letters, appointments. If you've actually got it set up to actually connect with Outlook for CRM, all these appointments can be automatically copied across into Outlook as well, and you can create various recurring appointments. You can create mail merges and campaign responses. All of these we'll cover off in detail later on, and you can also customize the form. Most of you won't have access to that, or the ability to access the customizing the form, but if you're a developer, you may have that. So let's take a look at accounts, which has got a similar feature set to the accounts forms. Let's click on a company here called Astonishing Sales, and we'll notice you've got the quick key buttons here as well, and all the similar features to what you had here before. But bear in mind, this is at an account level, not at a contact level. So some of the things will be different. Opportunities will be at an account level, marketing lists will be at an account level, and if you notice that was different to the previous marketing list before. And all other information like workflows and dialogues is at an account level as well. Like before, we've also got the ribbons at the top. Again, you can actually add additional marketing lists to the accounts and connections to the accounts, assign different people to at the account level, and like before, you can add notes at the account level. Very similar to the contacts. So that's it for episode 2, working with leads, contacts and accounts. I look forward to bringing you some more informational videos in the future. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask XRM Solutions by emailing xrm@xrmsolutions.com.au. Thanks, and until next time, I hope you enjoy familiarising yourself with CRM 2011.